The Overwatch devs definitely have some sort of personal vendetta against Genji. Let's start at Season 8. Season 8, Genji felt pretty bad, but at least they had like silently buffed his shuriken count. He originally had 24 after his first nerfs in Overwatch 2, and then they secretly or it got like accidentally silently buffed to 30. You know, most Genji players notice because that's like a big difference for Genji. Like that's really good. So he gets more ammo, and then here comes Season 9. His damage wasn't touched, right? The only thing that was really keeping Genji around was Nano Blade and Mercy damage boost, because if you were damage boosted by a Mercy or you had Nano, you could swing dash to kill, right? That was what kept Genji afloat for the most part. But he was a half sinking ship because his damage sucked. He's like a bottom feeding type of hero right now. Like he can't really do enough burst damage consistently to really like hold on for himself, you know what I mean? And you know, it's not 2016, it's not 2017 anymore, bro. People can aim, people are going to shoot you, and there's been so many new heroes and strong abilities that kind of just push Genji around. Like you're kind of a pushover a lot of the time against most heroes, right? Anyway, and it's kind of funny how I thought 5v5 was supposed to bring more individual agency for, you know, heroes, except Genji. It's almost as if Genji can't really get a break, you know? It's been like just slowly going downhill throughout the seasons. Let me tell you what I mean. So when the Season 9 came, right, pretty much a lot of heroes got buffs or certain changes to help them adjust. Aside from Genji, the only thing Genji got was faster swing speed on Blade, right? And that ultimately didn't do anything because you still only have 6 seconds. The damage stayed the same, okay? So most people, the one thing that was keeping Genji afloat got indirectly nerfed, which was Nano Blade or Damage Boost Blade, right? Because you can't swing dash anymore. It takes 3 swings to kill now, and 2 with Nano, or 2 in a dash without Nano or a damage boost. So, okay, Genji got nerfed. The strongest thing in his kit got nerfed. So he kind of sunk even more, I would say. And some more time passes, and then we're going to get to perks. So, Genji had a perk called Blade Twisting, and you would do 50%, you would do 50 damage next dash within 8 seconds after a kill. Like you were guaranteed 50 damage. So I guess the devs didn't like that, and they decided to make it you only do 50 damage on someone if they're like below half health, which is kind of annoying because if I worked hard to get a kill, which you have to work hard on Genji to get kills, I believe I should get my 50 damage. And that's been like, I call that a nerf. Some people might not care, but I feel like that forces Genji to be more of a bottom feeder, or to use his dash to dash in to get the 50 and then, but that kind of messes with his combo, right? Because the combo, or most Genjis know, to play Genji, you want to use your dash to finish a kill. Like you don't dash in on somebody when they're not like pretty much guaranteed to die, because you'll feed. You'll literally put yourself out of position, be an easy target. So that's like that's nerf number 2, right? In my opinion. Some people might like it, but I'm a more aggressive style of Genji, so it's kind of hurt me. And the next nerf, this actually might have happened before. I'm kind of all over the place with this. There's like 20 seasons of Overwatch now, so my bad if it's not in chronological order. But it is true, at the very minimum. It is true. They nerfed his ammo for increased projectile speed. So he went back to 24 ammo. That's 2 less shots. And that is so painful, especially considering everybody has extra health now and extra abilities and stuff. Like, oh man, nerf number 3. And then let's get into nerf number 4, okay? They made They made deflect a 10-second cooldown instead of 8. They nerfed deflect, something which is optional to shoot. Like, what? Why has Genji received 4 continuous nerfs when there's other DPS heroes, Freya, dominating the game? Now, I'm not saying Tracer too. And honestly, I do believe Tracer is as strong as she should be. Because let's be honest, dude, that support role is absolutely broken, dude. Wu Yang's primary fire does almost the same amount of damage as a Genji ultimate swing, dude. Like, what? Why? What? That's not the topic. That's not the topic, but you guys see what I mean, right? I have a good enough point, I feel. I feel that's kind of crazy. But how am I supposed to compete as a Genji main when all these other heroes are getting no nerfs or slaps on the wrist for nerfs? Like I said, Tracer, she's as strong as I believe she should be. And they nerfed Genji multiple times because people were claiming he's all meta this, all meta that. And I believe that he was only meta because he fit into the comp of the heroes who were making the meta. Like Hazard and Wu Yang and Tracer. Like, those heroes are stronger than Genji. And as far as I know Tracer received a slap on the wrist for a nerf. She just got slower perk charge up time, I believe. And like I said, I'm not saying Tracer's overpowered. I just believe that the Overwatch devs are just not making the best decisions when it comes to nerfing heroes, especially Genji. Because it just doesn't make sense to me why Genji is getting punished so hard when there's other heroes just way stronger than him. Like Freya and Wu Yang, and like Wu Yang just got a slight health nerf. I don't really see how that makes him worse, because he can literally hit you for 110 from behind a corner, behind 2 corners. He can guide a water ball and just splash you right in the face with that nuh, and it's 110, more than a Dragon Blade, or 100. Like, oh man, like, I just don't get it, dude. I don't understand why the devs hate. I mean, I know most of them got to be support players, because let's be honest, guys, support is the most overpowered, most just babied role. I'm gonna say it. They get the most stuff. They get the strongest heroes, it seems. Freya and Hazard kind of seem to not really align with that. But let's be honest, dude. These new Overwatch 2 heroes are just problems within themselves, dude. They're just so strong. They just have everything. They do. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I feel like Genji is obviously catching way too many strays here, when there's other heroes who just outshine him by a lot, in my opinion, in terms of how annoying they are to play against, especially because would you guys really rather play up against a GM Genji or a GM Freya, dude? Because it seems like when you're playing against a good Freya, you're in the open for 1 second and you're just dead. Like, you're just insta locked on, 2 bolts, tick, 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 tick. No, clink, clink, ding, 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 dead. Like, come on, man. That's not fun. That's not fun. Anyway, that's my little thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think. I might be tripping. I could be wrong. But I feel like Genji is getting absolutely just unnecessarily nerfed. And if anything, he needs to be buffed. Like, I don't really get what's going on. So just let me know what you guys think, my fellow Genji mains. I'm sure a lot of you are probably going to think that I just suck at the game. And yeah, I'm not the best, but I play enough. And let me know what you guys think. Dirt.